Oh. Mr. Samsung, you're gonna have to go put on a shirt. You are officially in court. You cannot wear a tank top. Good afternoon, Ms. McLeod.
Hello?
Sir, please mute yourself. Thank you. Ms. McLeod,
McClure?
no, McLeod, I'm talking
Oh,
to.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. She was on, I don't know where she disappeared to.
I'm on. Did you need me?
I emailed you the consent bond
Okay.
for Christopher. I have it in the courtroom. The judge is supposed, Judge Law is coming in. You know,
Okay.
it's not gonna have your signature on it.
Which one of my clients is this?
Rashay Christopher, Brashia.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
said it was a consent bond.
Okay, I will take a look at that.
All righty. Did you get the calendar?
I did not.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Mr. McLean, let me know if you need me to do express permission signatures on it for any of your clients on consent bonds.
Yeah, I was just about to say to the clerk that I was going to drop off Zoom and call you, but I think this is not confidential. I'm saying yes to both that I saw. You have my express permission to sign me onto the two that I saw. I've read them. I talked to both clients. One client
You know the
before.
name, you know the names, Mr. McLean?
That would be Porter, Porter,
Okay,
and Luo, Luo.
okay, thank you so much, Porter and Lowell. Ms.
Yeah,
Ms.
that works out much.
Ms. Young, you got me, or you want me to sign them and send them over?
The judge, she's on the bench. I think she got you because we're in the courtroom.
Okay, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, great minds think alike. I was just about to call you.
All right, thank you, Mr. McLean.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Lal, and we're going to begin with our first appearance calendar, misdemeanor criminal calendar with the State Court of Fulton County. These are misdemeanor cases in which individuals were recently arrested and booked and at the Fulton County Jail, and now their cases have been formally accused by the prosecutor, who is the Solicitor General of Fulton County. When I call the individual defendant's case, I will let you know what is your new case number, what are the charges brought against you, to appoint counsel for you if required, and to also set a bond. For some of you, depending on your criminal record history and the nature of the charges, you may qualify for what we call a signature release bond. In that particular case, you won't have to pay for the bond today, but you will have to comply with certain conditions. Failure to do so can result in your release bond being vacated and surrendered. Others, if your criminal record history indicates otherwise, or the nature of the charges indicate otherwise, you may qualify for what we call a surety bond or a cash bond. In that particular case, you would have to pay for your bond either out of your own pocket or through a bonding company. In either event, please remember that when I'm addressing your cases, you have a right to remain silent. As a defendant, if you choose to waive your right to remain silent, or you decide to speak about the facts and circumstances of your case during this virtual proceeding, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. Please note that this virtual proceeding is not only being recorded, but also live streamed. So highly recommend that you wait till you speak to your attorney.
No. Reset date is, what's the day, Your Honor?
Today is the 17th.
Oh, today, oh, that's fine.
Okay.
No. Reset date is the 30th.
Okay.
Let's see, yes, the 30th.
As I was saying, in addition to your right to remain silent, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Okay, before I get into the kerfuffle about the consent orders, let's address who is in courtroom 2. Who is that?
Position 19, Mr. Starks.
Okay. Jamel Starks is accused of 2 counts of simple battery, family violence, and 1 count of criminal trespass. Mr. Starks, you have been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Would that be correct?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Oh, Mr. Lee?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I'm
I'm
Attorney
listening.
Shine. I apologize. We were not able. The court would not allow us to file an entry this morning. My staff went down, and they would not allow us to file an entry in this case.
No problem. What's your full name?
Shani. Last name Reed, Reid.
Okay, all right, got it. And Ms. Reed, you can go ahead and file it anytime soon after, okay? But
Yes,
in the
Your Honor.
meantime, your client is accused of these 3 misdemeanor offenses. Mr. Howard, any priors on Mr. Starks?
No.
Okay. Any recommendation from the state? And who is the prosecutor for this matter? Mr. Ham or Mr. Rhodes?
I don't have that one. Do you have that one, Mr. Ham? I'm sorry. You don't.
I do not.
Okay. Do we have any other prosecutors who are on the Zoom today? Mr. Rhodes, anyone else from
No.
your office?
No one else. Your Honor, if you give me that first name, by the time that the public defender give their recitation, I will give a recommendation.
This is 25 CR 006406Y. And my inclination is a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1 and a stay away from the incident location, no contact with the alleged victim, unless Ms. Reed has a different position on contact and stay away. Ms. Reed?
Your Honor, I do not have a different position. There is a TPO that is active already in this case. It will expire in December. My client has had no contact with the complainant in the case because of the TPO. He was not aware that there were also charges taken out. He is a teacher, and had he been aware, he would have actually turned himself in. This all stems from a legitimation action that is about to be signed. There's legitimation action. My client is the father. The victim is the mother of the child, and they have come to a full consent. We are just waiting for the judge to sign off on the legitimation order and make it final. He was not, and we were not aware of this case until he was picked up, I believe, on a traffic stop.
All right. And Mr. Rhodes, was
Yes,
that enough time?
Yeah, that was enough time. I had a chance to look at the criminal history. I would be inclined to agree with the court as it relates to the recommendation. My apologies. Sirocco did work this up on yesterday. Thank you.
All right. It'll be $1,000 on each count. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services level 1. I'll allow for telephonic reporting. No further contact with the victim. And that's going to be the mother of the child. And what's her name? I'm sorry, I didn't write those down and trying to.
I apologize, Your Honor. Let me pull it up right quick.
Kiara Davis. All right. And contact with the child or children that he shares with Ms. Davis would be in accordance with any permanent parenting plan established by the legitimation case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No illegal drugs and no weapons and no firearms. Next court date will be sent to his current mailing address. So Ms. Reed, as soon as you file your entry, both of you could get notices.
Appreciate your time, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. Next case, courtroom 2.
Position 5, Mr. Brown. Brown.
I have Romello Brown and Taylor Brown. Are we talking to Taylor Brown?
Taylor Brown. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Taylor Brown is accused of criminal trespass and misdemeanor possession of marijuana, less than 1 ounce, from October 15, 2025, case number 25 CR 6437J. Mr. Taylor Brown, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Mr. Ham and, oh, excuse me, Mr. Howard, any priors?
State, I don't know if they messed up my file, but I couldn't see anything.
Okay,
The file I got just looks incomplete.
all right. And Mr. Ham, anything to add?
Judge, I believe this is another one that Mr. Sirocco worked up and he sent us his cheat sheet, but he didn't do the attachment. So this is
Okay,
one I'll need to look up right quick as well. Can you give me that CR number?
it is 25 CR 006437J. And this was at alleged trespass at Georgia State University property.
Okay.
Miss Tucker, I don't know if I'm putting you in a spot if I ask you, what is your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. We were requesting a signature bond from the court. According to what I'm able to see as well, it is his first cycle, his first arrest. When I spoke to him, we have no objections to a stay away from Georgia State's campus. So we are requesting that the current bond set be reduced to a signature bond.
All right, Mr. Rhodes?
Your Honor, I couldn't pull up on that one. I know you gave me 25 CR 00
6437J.
G. Okay.
J as in Jesse.
J. Okay, that's where I'm making this 6437J. All right, there we go, Mr. Brown. Take it. All right, Your Honor, as it relates to Mr. Brown, it appears that there are a total of 22 cycles on the GCIC. As it relates to those 22 cycles, it appears the last arrest was September 20th of 2025 for criminal trespass as well. And so, of course, this one, October 15th, but then prior to that, there was a September 20th, 2025 trespass at the Georgia State University. Police was involved in that one. Prior to that, and on May 12th of 2023, there was a criminal trespass. That was a MARTA police station case. And prior to that, what I'm showing is minor possession charges, misdemeanor forgery charges, but a total of 22 cycles. Given the fact that there is the open criminal trespass from September of 2025, I'm not necessarily inclined, and it's the same location. It seems like to agree with a signature bond. I would ask for a
What's the open case number? Is it with us?
let me look that up. It was September of this year. So let me give you that case number, Your Honor. Second.
Okay. While I'm waiting on that, on the criminal trespass, it's going to be $25 cash. On the misdemeanor possession of marijuana, that's going to be a UJR. So this is a split bond. And to stay away for every building that belongs to Georgia State University property. Next court date is October 30th. And if we have the other case number, we can reset that with this one to October 30th.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to put a question mark on it. Thank
All right,
you.
I'll come back to it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case, please.
Next is position 8, Mr. Davis.
All right, this is Candarius Rayon Davis, accused of abandonment of a dependent child from January 3rd, 2025. Mr. Davis, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Miss Tucker, is it? Yeah. And meantime, I'm looking at the purge amount. It appears to be $262. He currently also I'm not sure, I think it may be a probation violation case from a 2022 situation. Would that be correct, Ms. Tucker?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mr. Howard, excuse me?
Yeah, he does have probation and felony charges.
All right. Mr. Davis, at the present time, in order for you to be released on this misdemeanor child support case, you would have to pay the $262 in order not to secure your release, but also to dismiss the case. It's called a purge amount. That won't have any impact upon your probation matter or your felony matter, which is under case number 25 P as in Peter, I India, 008560. Case is reset to October 30th, pending the purge. Thank you.
Next is position 9, Mr. Guerrero.
Xavier Marcus Garrell. And this is position number 9. Get to that spot. And Mr. Garrell is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property from September 19th. His case number is 25 CR 6413C. Mr. Garrell, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Second. He's on probation, battery DV, cruelty in the third. It's 24 CR 008 328C, same Vic. That's it.
Mr. Ham or Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. This
Mhm.
case stems from an incident that happened on September 19th, 2025, where the defendant
This is
became
involving
upset.
Jessica Clark, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Same victim in the prior case. He became upset at her and began throwing bottles at her residence because she asked him to leave since he was not supposed to be at that location. He got upset, threw bottles, and broke one of her windows, Your Honor. Due to the previous battery family violence conviction with the same victim, we're asking for a $2,000 surety bond, no further contact with Jessica Clark, to stay away from the incident address of 5372 Sandbar Lane in College Park. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol on this person, Your Honor.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Guerrero is a 29-year-old Atlanta native. He was able to provide me with a separate residential address that he's maintained for the last 4 years. He has his bachelor's in environmental science. He's currently employed at DriveWhoop, a rideshare company. He's been working the last few months, and he did previously serve in the Navy. We're requesting a signature bond if it's appropriate in this matter, due to having no failure to appears. It's only his second cycle. We have no objections to a stay away from that location, as well as no contact with Ms. Clark.
Okay. The prior case, 24 CR 008328C, pursuant to his conviction on February 18th of 2025, he was required to have no further violent contact with Jessica Clark. Unfortunately, this allegation does not shows that there may have been alleged non-compliance. His bond is going to be set at $1,500. It's a surety bond. Contrary to the prior disposition, from now on, he shall have no further contact with Jessica Clark, her immediate family, or any of her children. He's to stay away from the incident location. He's not to communicate with her in any way, form, or manner, and to stay 200 yards away. His next court date is October 30th. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is position 11, Mr. Holliday.
How you doing, Adam?
Doing good. Thank you, sir. Deontay Devin Holliday is accused of the following 7 misdemeanor charges stemming from an October 13th, 2025 incident. Mr. Holliday, the charges are battery, theft by taking, simple battery, and 4 separate counts of cruelty in the 3rd degree. Okay. And Mr. Holliday, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Any priors?
Resident of New Jersey. I got 2025 trespass resisting.
From New Jersey?
I think so. I just went off the whole thing. He got a 2024 PI charge. 2023 terrorist threats, trespass, unlawful possession of a weapon. That was indicted. 2021 disorderly conduct, harassment. 2019 a local ordinance conviction. 2014 simple assault conviction.
That's good. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Ham?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation for this is a $9,000 surety bond, $6,000 on the battery family violence, and $500 on each remaining count of simple battery family violence, cruelty to children, and theft by taking, Your Honor. This case stems from an incident that happened on October 13, 2025 at 1377 Virginia Avenue in East Point. Officers were dispatched to that scene in reference to a fight. The person advised that the victim's face was bleeding. Once the officers arrived on the scene, they made contact with the victim, Sequoia Polly, who explained that the defendant, who is her boyfriend and had been living with her and her children at the motel, had attacked her. She asked him to leave the hotel room because he had been drinking alcoholic beverages. That's when he began to become upset and began punching her in the face with a closed fist. She said she attempted to defend herself, but he began to pull her hair. After that, she requested her children to go seek help, Your Honor. So based upon his history, the fact that he is not a resident of Georgia, he poses a flight risk for failure to appear. He's also have several open failure to appears from 2015, 2012, and 2009, and a recent conviction of terroristic threats in 2019. We recommended the aforementioned bond recommendation.
All right. Mr. Holliday, I'll give you an opportunity to speak while you think about your constitutional right to remain silent. But in the meantime, let's hear from, is there a Polly Sakura on Zoom who would like to address the court? Polly Sakura? If you want to address the court, this will be the time to unmute and start your video. I don't think I see anyone by that name. Okay, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Holliday is 37 years of age. He has lived in the Atlanta area for 2 months now. He's been residing at the Motel 6 on Virginia Avenue. He is able to receive mail there. He's not currently employed. He was a victim of gun violence, so he does receive assistance through SSI and SSD. He does have 2 minor children that he helps support. We
Is that with Ms. Sakura?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry. So we are requesting $1,000 surety bond or a signature bond if appropriate. He does also have a family in the area. He has a sister that is a resident here in Atlanta, and he does reside in Atlanta. So that is what we were asking for on his behalf.
Okay. Mr. Holliday, did you think about your right to remain silent, or did you want to waive it and say something? I guess we need to unmute then. So are you waiving your right to remain silent?
Yes.
Mr. Holliday, I would recommend that you don't speak on any facts of the case.
All right.
Okay. On the battery charge, that's going to be a $1,500 surety. The theft by taking is $500. The simple battery is $500. And then on each count of cruelty in the 3rd degree, that's going to be $150 each. So his total bond is going to be $2,800. It is a surety bond. He's to have no further contact with Polly Sakura and her immediate family, including her children. He's to stay away from the Motel 6 location at 1377 Virginia Avenue in East Point, Georgia. He's not allowed within 200 yards of the entire building. He's allowed a one-time visit to the room number, I think it was 224, or to the motel, but he can only visit the motel with a police officer. He must have a police officer escort. That visit cannot be for more than half an hour, and it is to retrieve his belongings. If he bonds out, make sure that he provides us with a valid mailing address in the local area, since the only thing we have of him is for a New Jersey address. Next court date is October 30th.
Thank you.
Next is position 13, Mr. McQuarrie.
Louis Irvin McCrary is accused of public drunk and PI charge from October 15th, 2025. Mr. McCrary, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is Mr. McLean. And any priors, Mr.
15.
Howard?
You heard me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. 15 cycles, yes.
Okay. You got open possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession of cocaine. It's 24 SC 004431. Has a bench warrant too. 2014 FTA, 2012 probation.
Thank you. Mr. Ham?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened on October 15th, 2025 at the parking lot at the Citgo gas station located at 31 Washington Road in East Point, Fulton County. Officers heard a commotion coming outside the gas station where the clerk at the time indicated that the defendant had done something outside of the ice machine. Officer approached him. He appeared to be under the influence of alcohol. He had an open container of beer, and he was placed under arrest. State's recommendation under the public drunkenness is a $500 good bond. Under the PI's 500 good bond. Stay away from the Citgo gas station at 3100 Washington Road, East Point, Georgia.
Okay. Mr. McLean?
Thank you, Your Honor. It turns out it's McCray. It is MCC, like my name. It's double C, but it's R-A-Y after that, not R-A-R-Y.
So it's what? MCC?
R-A-Y.
R-A-Y?
Right. So it's just plain McCray, not McCrary.
Okay.
He says that happens to him a lot. He had
Go ahead.
He has a technical college degree in information technology from the past. In the last 5 years, he's worked both construction, or not just both, construction and unarmed security at a university, a major university, and also as a traffic control person on construction sites. Your Honor, he has an address in Loganville, which is the greater metropolitan area. He asked the court to set the bond as low as possible. If that FTA won't disqualify, if there is really an open bench warrant, if he's disqualified from the signature bond, I would ask the court to either go with the state's 1,000 notion on a surety, or to give him what we would call a quote micro unquote bond of $50.
Okay. On the public drunk, it's going to be 250. On the PI charge, it's going to be 750. This is a $1,000 surety bond. To stay 200 yards away from the Citgo gas station at 31 Washington Road in East Point. And he's not allowed to consume any illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and his next court date is October 30th. Thank you.
Next is position 21, Mr. Tanner.
Jarvis Tanner is accused of simple battery, family violence, and then he's got 2 other counts, criminal trespass and cruelty to animals. Mr. Tanner, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Mr. Howard?
16, 2022 battery conviction, 24 probation and FTA. You got 2 bench warrants and a felony charge of robbery. That's it.
When were the bench warrants? Do you know?
They active. I don't know.
Okay.
They on the Odyssey.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. This event stems from July 28th of this year, approximately around 2 o'clock in the morning. Officers were dispatched to 3002 First Avenue in Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, regarding a domestic disturbance, and the caller was a Miss Patrice Hill. She actually resides there with her boyfriend at the time, Mr. Jarvis Tanner. And Hill reported that Tanner had been agitated throughout the day, instigating arguments over minor issues. During a verbal dispute inside their shared residence, he did become physical. He began pushing Miss Hill around. She did decline any EMS services on that day. Tanner then punched multiple holes in the drywall and knocked over a small fish tank, causing it to shatter on the floor. Hill reported that four small Dachshunds began barking in defense, at which point Tanner picked up one of the dogs and threw it. Hill removed the remaining dogs to her vehicle for their protection. The fish inside of the tank, they did ultimately die as a result of Mr. Tanner's conduct, and Mr. Tanner fled the scene on that day, so he was not apprehended on that particular day. Your Honor, the state's recommendation, in addition to what Mr. Howard has given you as relates to the criminal history, is a $2,000 surety bond on count 1, on the simple battery family violence, a $1,000 surety bond on the criminal trespass, $500, and on the cruelty, $500, for a total of 4,000. I'm sorry, that's 2,000 total. 1,000 on the simple battery family violence, and then 500 each on the criminal trespass and cruelty, for a total of $2,000 surety bond. No further contact with Miss Patrice Hill, and to stay away from 3002 First Avenue, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, 30315.
All right, Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, he tells me that he will have no trouble. I described possible conditions of bond to him about stay away, and he will have no trouble staying away from person and place if the court should so order. He has a 12th grade education. He's 31 years old, and in the last 5 years, his work has been in lawn care. He has a stable address, a mailing address, that is to say, at 201 Washington Street. That is reliable because it is a program. We would ask the court to set the bond as low as possible. If there are 2 active bench warrants, I suppose I can't ask for a signature bond, but otherwise I would ask the bond to be as low as possible.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you have told Mr. Tanner because of the bench warrants, he doesn't qualify for a signature bond. On count 1 is 1,000, count 2 is 500, count 3 is 500. No further contact with Patrice Hill, to stay 200 yards away from her and the location at 3002 First Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. I notice he's got a Douglas County hold as well, and he's got his open felony matter under 25 PI 008595. He's not allowed to own or possess or have any pets around him. I don't care whether they're 2-legged, 4-legged, they fly or they swim or they walk. He's not allowed to have any pets until further order of the court. And his next court date is going to be October 30th. Once he is released, make sure that he provides us with his valid mailing address so we can send him his next court summons. Thank you.
What's that total?
2,000, 1,000, 500, and 500. Thank you.
Next is position 10, Mr. Hawkins.
Ten, okay. Deontay Kashawn Hawkins is accused of loitering and prowling from October 15th of this year under accusation 25 CR 6402Y. Mr. Hawkins, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker, is it? Is it Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
6. Got an open case out of Johnson County. Ag assault, obstruction, a riot in penal institution. On probation for 2 counts of armed robbery. Possession of a firearm during the commission. What else? Yeah, 2016 obstruction, first offender.
Thank you. Mr. Ham, I think?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, this incident took place at Georgia Tech
Residence Hall?
campus.
Yeah.
Yes, at Georgia Tech campus. Officers were dispatched to that location in reference to a black male, later identified as the defendant, pulling on bikes and manipulating the locks. They were able to observe him enter a construction site on campus, and also 3 minutes later go to another section and manipulate the blocks, so pulling on the bike and manipulating the locks, Your Honor. State's recommendation is $1,000 surety bond to stay away from all of Georgia Tech campus premises and properties, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol.
Ms. Tucker? I'm sorry, please unmute.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Mr. Hawkins is 28 years of age. He's lived in the Atlanta area for over 20 years now. He was able to provide me with a residential address. He is a high school graduate. After speaking with him, we have no objections to a stay away from the specific address or Georgia Tech campus. We are requesting a signature bond on his behalf. He has no recent failure to appear. He will reappear on this case.
All right. A bond is going to be set at $750. It's a surety bond to stay away from all property that belongs to Georgia Tech University, including 711 Techwood Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. He's not to enter any of the buildings, including any residence halls on that campus. Next court date's October 30th. Thank you.
Next is position 12, Mr. Jenkins.
Darian Koali Jenkins is accused of theft by taking from July 3rd of this year, accusation 25 CR 6403E. Mr. Jenkins, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. McLean. Mr. Howard?
Yeah, to the person in the chat asking about Child Sam, he was released. I just didn't want them waiting all day for nothing.
Appreciate it.
Second
Thank you.
arrest for Jenkins on probation out of Newton County sale of marijuana. And wanted out of Newton County on probation, I believe. You see a hold in Odyssey? I think it is one, I'm not sure though.
I didn't write down all the holes that I saw.
It might have just been on GCIC. They put it on the PSA. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Ham, yeah, there is a foreign county hold.
I believe that, I don't know what the hold is for. I apologize.
All right, but it's Newton County. That would be correct.
Yes,
Yes,
Your Honor,
sir.
this incident took place on July 3rd, 2025. The victim, Mr. Ronnie Ford, indicated that one of the water boys was asking for money. They approached him, went over his car. He said he didn't have any money, but he can sell them some money. He tried to enter an amount. The phone was grabbed by the defendant. Defendant thought he was typing in the next thing you know, the victim said is that his phone read that $800 had been sent to a person by the name of Patrice. They were able to track down that individual, and she indicated that her nephew, the defendant, had just sent her $800 through Zelle, Your Honor. So based upon the facts of this case, based upon its history, state's recommendation is a $2,000 surety bond and take, while on no further contact with Ronnie Ford, stay away from the I-20 West Access Road near Oak Street, Southwest Atlanta, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol, and to take an anti-theft course.
How old is he?
23.
Okay. Mr. Jenkins, your bond is going to be set at 2,500. It's going to be a signature bond
Oh,
through
I
Did
was
you want a signature bond?
Your Honor, he won't, I don't think, be able to use the signature bond, but,
Does he have a bench warrant? I didn't hear one.
well, I heard there was hold in Newton, but I would like the signature bond, yes.
Okay. It's a signature
you.
bond through pretrial services, level 2. And once he resolves his hold in Newton County, he will report to pretrial services twice a month. If he gets arrested again for anything else, make sure that he brings $2,500 with him, and we only take cash, not Zelle. And he's to stay and not have any contact with Mr. What was the name? Patrice?
Ronnie Ford,
No, Ronnie Ford was.
the victim.
Ford is the alleged victim. Reese is the person to whom it was sent.
Right. It's Ronnie, Ronnie.
N-I-E. Okay. All right, thank you.
Next is position
That's
six.
per judge too.
Yeah, got it.
Next is position 6, Ms. Christopher.
Christopher. This was consent, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. I know I took it off my list, so that's why I was asking. Okay.
Okay.
It is correct.
All
Consent.
right. So this is Brescia Christopher, case 25 CR 006-412 G, accused of disorderly conduct. And there is a consent order signed off by her attorney, Ms. McLeod, and ASG Lamar Rhodes, in which they have agreed for this charge, she would obtain a UJR, unsecured judicial release, but she's to have no contact with Takara Bedell. She's not to violate any more laws, and she's not allowed to consume any alcohol, no illegal drugs, and not have any weapons while this case is pending.
That is it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, and signed off by both parties. So this will be the bond order, and this will be further notice. Miss Christopher, oh, she's gone. Okay.
She's right here. She hear you.
I just want to be sure that she understands that if she gets arrested again, this UJR will be vacated. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you, Ms. McLeod. Next case, please.
Position 23, Ms. Wilder.
By the way, do we have Takara Bedell, who's the cross defendant for Ms. Christopher?
No, Your Honor, I didn't get her because Ms. Tucker already told her about her consent bond.
Okay. Ms. Tucker, I'm going to go ahead and sign the consent bond for Takara Bedell also. It appears to be a UJR for disorderly conduct and simple assault. Would that be correct, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. And I did discuss the consent order with Ms. Bedell, and she is in agreement with all the terms.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. All right. So I do beg your pardon. You said this is position 22, Chevalier Marquis Wilcox. Is that correct?
I thought I said Wilder.
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 Wilder, I'm on the wrong spot. Oh, 23. Tiana Wilder. She's got a driving incident, 2 charges stemming from a driving incident from September 16, 2025. Charges are driving, following too closely, and hit and run, failure of the driver to return to the scene of the accident. Ms. Wilder, your case number is 25 CR 6461J. And you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Second. 2022 simple battery arrest. That's it.
Okay. Mr. Rhodes, on the driving following too closely is going to be 500. Hit and run is going to be 1,500. This is a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No driving unless she has a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration. Make sure that she maintains a current address with the court, and we will send her her notice when it's scheduled. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll just note for the record that because of the hit and run component of it, we do understand the court's resolution on it, but we would place on the record that our recommendation is for a surety bond. It was a very dangerous situation. The victim in this case, who basically tried to get insurance information and tried to cooperate with her. She fled off from him, and it could have been more dangerous than it got. So for that, we're recommending a $2,000 surety bond. However, I know that the court has already made up its mind. We just ask that at this time that she has no further contact.
And with the driver, I didn't put that down. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I appreciate that.
And what was the context? What was the victim's name?
Last name is Berry, Berry, and I do not have the first name, but I'll try to research that, Judge.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Given the short time I had to review these, I didn't write
Paul
down
Berry.
everything. So,
Sorry. Paul Berry.
so, okay, Mr. McLean, are you okay with the bond order, or do you want me to address something else different?
Your Honor, 2,000 even SOB?
Correct. Level 1, she needs to report to pretrial. And yes, the warrant wasn't very favorable to Miss Wilder. And look where she's landed up today. So,
That sounds fine, Your Honor. I will
Okay.
inform her. Her relative had tried to make a bond before, but I don't know that it went through, so I'll inform the relative. Thank you.
okay,
And I
thank
will
you.
also note, Your Honor, we have made contact with the victim, Mr. Paul Berry, who's not been able to
Paul Berry?
yes, to
Okay.
get his vehicle repaired at this time. And I'd like to sound for him. I know that we made contact with him, just don't know if he's on today.
Paul Berry, are you on Zoom? Paul Berry? Don't see one. Okay, okay. Well, he needs to contact the insurance company and make sure that things get resolved. Okay, next case?
Next is position 14, Mr. Minifield.
Antaeus Minfield is accused of simple battery family violence from October 16th of this year. His accusation is 25 CR 006454D. Mr. Minfield, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
29. 2019, 17, and 16 probation. 2016 simple assault. As far as violence, 2012 battery conviction. 2011 battery trespass conviction. 05 battery DV trespass conviction. 04 battery DV simple battery DV conviction. Same thing for 03
Okay,
and the 02 battery conviction.
thank
That's
you. Good heavens. Mr. Ham? Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened on October 16, 2025. Police responded to a domestic dispute at 588 Cooper Street. They met with the victim, Ms. Quina Eberhart, Eberhart. She indicated that she had been living with her boyfriend at the incident location for about 4 months, and that he consistently gets drinks.
I just said it. Hold on. Let me make sure.
He consistently drinks, Your Honor. On this particular day, they got into an argument in which he called both the victim and her sister out of her name. Her sister responded, and he got up to approach her sister and pushed her out of the way, Your Honor.
All right. So
The
do we
state-
have, but I only have one victim in this case, Quina Eberhard, correct?
Correct. That is the person he pushed out the way. He never touched the other sister.
Okay.
And I believe either Ms. Eckhart or the sister is present on Zoom.
Okay. And what's your recommendation?
State's recommendation for the simple battery is $1,000 good bond, no further violent contact with Queen Ephart, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol.
Right. And was there someone who wanted to speak up in this case? Someone on iPhone involving Mr. Minifield? No? Okay. Well, she needs to start her video. While we're waiting, Mr. McLean, what's your recommendation?
We would ask for a signature bond, Your Honor. He was arrested at home at the Cooper Street address with an apartment as shown on Odyssey. And we would defer, of course, to the court's judgment on any stay away or non-stay away situation, perhaps depending on what they say.
Okay, and does Queena Eberhardt live at that location, the Cooper Street location?
I thought Queena was the girlfriend herself.
And lives at that location, according to the warrant, correct?
I thought so, yes. I didn't know it was the sister. But at any rate, he's 44, 11th grade education plus mortician school. Right now, he's in a bad situation medically. He's got something that's been implanted in him because of his heart condition. He has been a laborer, but he is in bad shape with his heart condition right now. And we would ask for a signature bond.
Bond is going to be set at $2,500. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services level 2. He will report to pretrial twice a month. He's to have no further contact with Queena Eberhardt and her immediate family, which will include her children and or her sisters. He is to stay away from 588 Cooper Street in Atlanta, Georgia. He may go to the location one time only with a police officer to retrieve his personal belongings. That visit cannot exceed 1 hour. Within 30 days, he must then update the court with his new residential address, which cannot be the Cooper Street location. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and definitely no firearms. He will be subject to random screens by pretrial for illegal drugs and alcohol. If he fails the test, his bond can be revoked. Next court date will be sent to his new address. Thank you.
Next is position 15, Mr. Moreland.
Keenan Moreland is accused of battery family violence from October 16th, 2025. Mr. Moreland, your accusation is 25 CR 6455E. You've been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Mr. Howard, any priors on Mr.
No.
Moreland? Okay, first arrest. Mr. Ham?
Yes, Ron, this incident involved Mr. Moreland and his son, who is the victim in this case. The son alleged that his father picked him up by the shirt and grabbed his arm and also grabbed him around the neck. He tried to call for his mother and the father snatched the phone from him and he pushed him back down to the ground in order to subdue him. The mother heard the argument and heard yelling, but she did not see what happened. She indicated that the accused has a history of trying to put his hands on the children. So she tends to believe her son when he indicated that he was trying to attack him. So based upon the facts of the case, although he doesn't have a history, the state's recommendation is $1,000 good bond, no further contact with Keenan Moreland Jr., and also to take a parenting class.
Right. Is the mother of Keenan Moreland Jr. on Zoom? All right. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, 42-year-old Mr. Moreland has just retired from the military with an honorable discharge. So the future is open for him, and we wish him well and thank him for his service. But Your Honor, he went to Central Texas and got an Associate of Science in Computer Matters, and he will abide by any court conditions that Your Honor gives him. We would ask for a signature bond.
Okay. A bond is set at 3,500. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services level 2. He will report to pretrial services twice a month. He's to have no further violent contact with Keenan Moreland Jr. and to have no violent contact with any other family member in the household. He may return to the home that he shares with the family, but within 30 days of being released, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 weeks of classes, and he will attend each class without missing or skipping any of them. He will also enroll and complete one parenting class within 60 days of being released. He is not to consume any illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and he's not allowed to own or possess any firearms. So if his military career allowed him to acquire any firearms, they must all be surrendered now to the authorities within 10 days of being released, and all firearms must be destroyed. He will also be subject to random screens for illegal drugs and alcohol. Next court date will be sent to his current address. Thank you.
Next is position 18, Mr. Scott.
Scott.
Ricky Hamilton Scott II. Case number is 25 CR 006463D. These are 4 misdemeanor charges stemming from an October 16th, 2025 incident. They are battery, willful obstruction of an officer, giving false information to an officer, and giving false name and address to an officer. Seems to be duplicative, but we'll go with that. Mr. Scott, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Mr. Scott, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Just FYI, Mr. Scott was just released from Fulton County Jail on August 14th, 2025, for a battery and a criminal trespass charge. Proceed, Mr. Howard.
All right, so that's an open case. I was gonna tell you. 2022 stalking arrest out of Louisiana. 2010 possession of alcohol under 18 conviction. Wanted out of DeKalb County. Obstruction. That's it.
All right. And Mr. Rhodes, excuse me?
Yes, Your Honor. As indicated on the date, October 16th, officers responded to 922 Hutchins Road in Southeast Atlanta, Georgia, in reference to a natural death investigation involving a deceased elderly female. While officers and family members were on the scene, the decedent's grandson, identified as Ricky Scott, became visibly agitated after viewing the body and began arguing with the decedent's boyfriend, whose name is Leroy Smith. The dispute escalated from inside the residence into the front yard, where Smith reported Scott attempted to punch him. As officers worked to escalate the situation, Scott exited the residence and, in full view of multiple officers equipped with body cameras, struck Smith in the face with a closed fist, causing visible swelling to the right side of Smith's face. Scott then attempted a second strike, but officers did intervene, so he was unable to. When Senior Officer McCure and Officer DeAmicus issued verbal commands to detain him, Scott refused to comply, tensed his body, brought his fist to his chest, and physically resisted efforts to be handcuffed, requiring officers to conduct a controlled takedown to secure him. Once detained and seated in the patrol vehicle, Scott falsely identified himself as Ricky Hamilton and gave a date of birth of January 19, 1992, which was also incorrect. Records through ACIC revealed that he had active warrants for obstruction through DeKalb County, according to the officers. The state is recommending a $1,500 surety bond. As Your Honor has just mentioned, he was recently released from the jail, and then he does have a criminal history that is unflattering. We're asking on the battery charge for a $750 bond, on the willful obstruction $250, and for each of the giving false informations $250 apiece. That total, Your Honor, would be $1,500. no further contact with Leroy Smith, and to stay away from 922 Hutchins Road, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia.
Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, 35-year-old Mr. Scott has a Bachelor of Arts in criminal justice. He's done logistics. He's done cleaning in the last 5 years. He has a stable address himself in College Park on Old Mill Court, so stay away is no problem if the court desires. He is aware of the DeKalb hole and has already got family members trying to see about that, maybe even trying to resolve it before he has to go to a hole. So he would ask the court to consider a signature bond if it's legal, and if it's not possible, and if he's not eligible for a signature bond, then we would ask for the court to give him something like a $50 or $100 cash bond or a $1,000 surety bond.
On the battery charge, that's going to be 2,000. The remaining charges are going to be 500 each. His total bond is 3,500. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Leroy Smith. Stay away from 922 Hutchins Road in Southeast Atlanta. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Once he posts his bond, he'll be picked up by DeKalb County to address whatever hold he's got there. And then they'll need to comply with the requirements of this new bond order. Just a minute, sir. Listen to the bond order, then I'll give you a chance to speak. This new case is going to be reset to October 30th, along with his other case, which is 25 CR 4366D. All right, Deputy, if you want to unmute courtroom 2, Mr. Scott, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say, your statements can and will be used against you.
And if I might interject, Your Honor, Mr. Scott, let me address you directly. Your bond hearing has been accomplished. There's nothing you can say now that would help, only hurt. Do not speak. Thank you.
All right, next case, please.
Position 22, Mr. Wilcox.
Chevalier Marquise Wilcox is accused of 2 counts of battery family violence from October 16, 2025. His accusation number is 25 CR 6462E. Mr. Wilcox, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. McLean. Any priors, please?
16, 2023 DUI, 21 probation, 21 failure to appear, 21 battery DV conviction, not sure who the victim is, 2020 probation, 2019 reckless conduct obstruction conviction, 2013 failure to appear.
Thank you. That's good. Mr. Rhodes? Oh, my goodness. Would the host please remove America from the Zoom? I'm sure he's very comfortable in his home, but we don't need to see that. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Rhodes, sorry. Please
Yes, Your
continue.
Honor. Yes, on October 16th of this year, Your Honor, at approximately 10:30 in the morning, officers in the city of South Fulton did respond to a domestic disturbance at 4341 Sublime Trail in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a shared residence with the defendant, Mr. Wilcox, his mother, Takesha Walker, and his sister, Keandra Wilcox. Upon arrival, Walker reported that she awoke to noises upstairs and found Mr. Wilcox throwing objects around the home. When she confronted him, he became irate, complaining that he had been unable to sleep due to his sister playing loud gospel music. During the argument, he attempted to grab Ms. Walker and scratched her left forearm, causing a visible welt-like bruise that the officers were able to capture on camera. And at that time, Keandra entered the living room area and positioned herself between the two to stop the altercation. He then became aggressive towards Keandra, which is his sister, scratching her on the right side of her face during the incident, and the officers were able to capture that on video cam as well. Officers did note that he was visibly intoxicated at the time, so were able to detain him. He did refuse to give a statement at that time. Your Honor, given his criminal history. He has 16 cycles. A lot of it does include drug possession, 2023 arrest for possession of methamphetamine, as well as other drug possessions in his criminal history. And given we have had contact with the victims in this case, who are the mother and sister of the defendant, we are asking for a surety bond in this case in the amount of $2,000, $1,000 on each of the battery family violence. At this time, we're going to ask that he has no further violent contact with his mother, Takesha Walker, and his sister, Keandra Wilcox. They did say that we should address the drug situation. So I would ask for alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, and so that he could get some help with that. And that's what I would recommend at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. McLean?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wilcox is, let's see, I didn't do the math on this yet, born in 92. So he's
33,
almost
34?
around there, Your Honor. Thank you very much. He did graduate from high school. He's been in Georgia for 15 years. He's local as can be. He's done in the last 5 years work in the logistics industry as well as in manufacturing. He does ask the court to set his bond as low as possible. If that 2021 matter kicks him out of the legal eligibility for a signature bond, then we would ask the court to put it as low as possible in a surety. Thank you.
Right. Is there a Takesha Wilcox on Zoom? Okay. This is another one. Yeah, he's got an FTA from 2021, and he's got a prior battery domestic violence conviction. What that means, Mr. Wilcox, is generally you don't qualify for a signature bond, and also that your current charges could be upgraded to a felony charge because of your prior battery DV conviction. So the bond I'm going to set right now, if you don't comply with it, that please understand, I really can't see anyone else taking accountability for your failure to comply. On the first count, battery family violence, that's going to be a $1,500 surety bond. On the second count, that's going to be a $2,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 3. Once he makes bond on the $1,500 portion, he will then report to pretrial services on the remainder of his bond. So this is a $4,000 split bond. His next court date is going to be October 30th. While he reports to pretrial once a week, he will undergo an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit himself to any treatment that's required. If that means AA or any kind of substance abuse counseling, he will have to undergo that treatment. He's to have no violent contact with Takesha Walker and Keandra Wilcox. He may return to the home if Ms. Walker welcomes him back. Otherwise, he will have to update the court with his new residential address within 30 days of being released. He will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 30 days of being released, and he will attend and complete all 24 classes at his expense. He will also be subject to random screens for illegal drugs and alcohol because he's not allowed to consume them. In addition to that, he's not allowed to own or possess any firearms. Next court date for October 30th. Thank you.
Your Honor, I have two individuals that were on the pool sheet and not on the calendar, so I'm not sure if there's going to be an add-on or not.
Who's the first person's name?
Darden, Dante, that's Darden.
Don?
I think that was considered for felony, right?
Yeah, that was transferred. They did accept it as a felony transfer. I believe it was battery family violence. He did have an underlying battery family violence conviction, I'm sorry. And they said they will put him on felony C tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, that's the answer. And what was the second case?
Lucas, Daryl.
He was also transferred to felony division. So
All right, Deputy, we good? Ms. McLeod, were any of those your clients?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so they're going to probably.
Mr. Lucas is my client, so
All
I
right.
guess he's not anymore.
Right, okay. So we're going to move on to the other cases currently. ACDC, how many cases do we have there?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sitting before you is Ms. Porter, position 17.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
also, I'll be back.
Okay.
Position 7, Daniel, and position 20, Ms. Swafford.
Okay.
Those are the three. So when you call them up, they'll come up here and sit down.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you so
So, good afternoon. This announcement is for all the individuals who were recently arrested and are presently at ACDC, including Ms. Porter. Ms. Porter and the other folks who are seated behind her, I'm going to be addressing each of your cases on a one-on-one basis. Please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. So I recommend you exercise your right to remain silent. And if you have any questions, I'll give you a chance to ask your attorney in a separate breakout room. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Nichelle Porter's case is 25 CR 6460C, accused of theft of lost and mislaid property. The state and the defense counsel, who is Mr. McLean, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I have consented to a UJR with no further violations of the law, no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons while on bond.
All right, and boy, I can't even write conformed. Okay, and Mr. McLean, I'm just going to go ahead and sign this with your express permission.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. And Ms. Porter, as agreed to, you can have what we call a sign-on or release bond. It's called an unsecured judicial release. It still means that you have an open, active criminal case against you. So don't start jumping around like a bunny rabbit. You're not allowed to violate any more laws, and you're not to consume any alcohol, no illegal drugs, and not possess any firearms or weapons while on bond. Your next court date will be sent to your current mailing address. So please be sure that you maintain a current address with the court. Understood? Yes? Okay, thank you. Mr. Rhodes, who was the defense counsel for Brescia Christopher?
Your Honor,
Was it Ms. Tucker?
I think she had the code.
She signed all hers.
I believe that was Attorney McLean.
McLean. Ms.
I'm
Tucker had
sorry,
the
not
code of
McLean.
cross
Miss
defendant.
McLeod.
Oh, Ms. McLeod. Ms. McLeod, are you there?
Your Honor, are you ready for the next client?
Yes, bring in, oh, sorry, I don't know who's next, so whoever's next behind you. There you go. Thank you, Ms. Porter.
Thank you.
Okay, no, disregard, please. We've got the signature for Ms. McLeod. And yes, ma'am, what's your name, please?
America Swafford.
Spell your last name?
Swafford.
Wofford.
Okay, got it. This is position 20, America Rashonda Swafford, case number 25 CR 0064018. Ms. Swafford, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. McLean. Under this new accusation, you've been accused of 2 counts of simple battery, family violence from October 14th, 2025. Any priors on Ms. Swafford?
Third. 2021 ag assault, not prosecuted. 2015 possession of marijuana. That's it.
All right, and Mr. Han?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident took place on October 14, 2025 at 1807 Washington Road in East Point, which is the East Point packaging. Police responded to a 911 call that was a hang up. Once they were there, the officers observed a loud verbal altercation between a male and a female. The male was sitting on the passenger side, and the female appeared to be striking him during the argument. They made contact with the victim, Mr. Montez Fields, who explained that the defendant, who is his wife, had attacked him. Initially, Ms. Wofford advised that she did not put her hands on Mr. Fields, and Mr. Fields stated that she did not touch him. However, officers were able to review the video camera footage from the packaging store and saw Ms. Wofford, the defendant, exit the vehicle, walk over to Mr. Fields, who was sitting in the passenger seat, and begin grabbing him by his shirt and begin yanking him out of the vehicle. So based upon that, Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $2,000 surety bond, $1,000 on each one. No further violent contact with Montez Fields, to take a FIB, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And I don't believe he was on the Zoom. Or is
Montez
currently
Hill,
on Zoom.
if you're on Zoom, this will be the time to unmute and start your video. I wonder if he was the guy with that purple lighting in this room, you know, the mood lighting room. No? Okay.
Because he had American in front of his name, and I told him to put on clothes before court started.
Okay, well, he's not back. Mr. McLean, on the simple battery, each count is going to be 1,500. This is going to be a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further violent contact with Montez Hill, which means that you can have contact with Mr. Hill, you can live with him if you want to, but there cannot be any physical or verbal altercations, otherwise you'll be right back in jail. While you are out on this signature bond, you will enroll and complete a domestic violence intervention program, and that's a series of 24 classes, and you are to attend and complete all the classes at your expense. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and firearms. Your next court date will be sent to your current address. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the next lady who hasn't been addressed.
Excuse me, Your Honor, for Ms. Swafford, what was her bond amount?
Ms. Swafford is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, Ms. Daniels.
Yeah. So Samuels,
Daniel.
is that right? Ms. Samuels, is that your last name?
I think it's Daniel.
Kathy Daniels.
With a D.
Daniel, excuse me. Okay.
Number 7.
Okay. That's not on one of the consent, okay. Kathy Tamalisa Daniel is accused of 2 misdemeanor offenses stemming from a hit and run incident from March 25th, 2025. The first charge is hit and run, failure of the driver to return to the scene of the accident. And the second one is failure to yield the right of way to a vehicle. Ms. Daniel, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Your case number is 25 CR 6459C. Any priors?
2019 shoplifting. I didn't see any driving related arrests, just to sum it up for you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. The this incident did stem from March 25th of this year. Officers had to respond to a collision that happened near Collier Road in Northwest Atlanta, intersection of Collier and Emory Street, Emery. This location is in the city limits of Atlanta and in Fulton County. And the victim that was there pretty much said that as she was operating her vehicle, the Toyota was being operated by the victim, and she was traveling eastbound on Collier Road. The accused was pulling out of the parking lot onto Collier Road, attempting to turn left. The front end of her Ford, that is the defendant's Ford, struck the side of the Toyota, causing damage to the Toyota. After the collision, both drivers pulled into a parking lot at 784 Collier. They exited their respective vehicles and inspected the damage. The accused asked the victim not to call the police, but the victim advised that she wished to make a report. And then essentially the front passenger and the defendant got back into the Ford and they sped off from the scene. Victim was able to take a picture of the tag on her cellular phone before the Ford actually left. The officers were, based on that tag number, was able to ascertain the registered owner of the Ford. And on June 13th of 2025, a couple of weeks later, they called the victim down to the station to make a positive identification in a six-pack, and she was able to positively identify the defendant that is here today, Your Honor. They did make numerous attempts, and by they, I mean law enforcement investigators, to call the defendant to see if she would talk about the event. She refused to talk with them or participate in the investigation, so they did swear out these warrants. Your Honor, because of the 19 cycles in her criminal history, the brazenness of the hit and run in this, we are asking for a surety bond for the hit and run in the amount of $1,500, and for the failure to yield, Your Honor, in the amount of $500, for a total of a $2,000 good bond. We're asking that she has no further contact with the victim. Her name is Krishandra Hawkins. That is spelled Krysshondrai, and last name is spelled traditionally as Hawkins. We have made contact with Ms. Hawkins. She is also still waiting to get her vehicle repaired. So that is the state's recommendation. Thank you.
All right. Krishanda Hawkins, if you're on Zoom and you want to contribute, this is the time to unmute, start your video. All right, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Daniel is a 55-year-old Atlanta native. She was able to provide me with a good mailing and residential address. She has an 11th grade education. She's not currently employed due to being disabled. We're requesting a signature bond on her behalf. She has no recent failure to appears. Her last arrest was over 6 years ago in 2019. She, as mentioned by pretrial, she doesn't have any previous driving incidents. This incident occurred in March, so the likelihood of reoffense is very low considering it's October. So we are requesting a signature bond on her behalf.
All right. On the count one, the hit and run, her bond is going to be set at $150 cash bond. And on count two, that's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level one. She will, once she makes her split bond, she will need to report to pretrial twice a month. This will be level two. She's not to consume any illegal drugs and no alcoholic beverages, and she'll be subject to random screens. And she's not allowed to drive any vehicle unless she has a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration for the vehicle. Next court date is going to be October 30th. This is a $2,150 split bond. Thank you.
What's the level?
Level two.
The victim's name again, K.I.
Thank you.
It's Krishana Hawkins. I think it's Krishanna. Would that be correct, Mr. Rhodes?
It's Krysshon as in Nancy, Drai. I may be butchering the name, but that's how it's spelled in the report, Your Honor.
You have it, Ms. Young?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. The warrant doesn't reference that name at all. Okay.
Yeah, we had to pull up the actual police report.
Okay, thank you. All right, ACDC, I think we've completed with the three folks you have up there. Were there more?
Yes, Your Honor, may I please have understanding for Miss Daniel? What's your name, Daniel?
On the hit and run, ready?
Yes.
It's $150 cash. On the
Okay.
failure to yield, so 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level two.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Courtroom two, who do we have?
Your Honor, I have Mr. Luau, that's how you say it.
Okay. And this is going to be a consent bond, a bond. Mr. Hanjiang Luo, do you speak English? Mr. Luo? Do you speak English?
He,
Yes?
he does, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Luo has got a consent release bond. It's going to be a unsecured judicial release. And Mr. McLean, do you agree to the terms of unsecured judicial release bond for one count of theft by taking, no contact with Kaylin Kyon, and no further violations of the law, no illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons?
Yes, Your Honor. I was privileged to see the signature bond conditions, and showed those conditions to him. He agrees to all of them. He's a local college student, and so he's got plenty of community contacts.
All right, and do you mind if I sign your name with express permission?
Oh, please do. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Luo, this is an open criminal case against you. Currently, we only have the prosecutor's case number, SG 748694-25. So the prosecutors are still considering whether to formally accuse this case. But in the meantime, you can be released on a bond, which is called an unsecured judicial release. You don't have to pay anything, but you would have to comply with the conditions, including having no contact with Kaylin Cohn, Koen. Your next court date will be sent to your current mailing address. Please be sure to maintain a current address with the courts at all times. Thank you.
Your Honor, we can go to position 16. That's the waiver case.
Okay. DeAndre Norris is accused of battery family violence from July 7th, 2025, accused under 25 CR 6458E. His presence has been waived by counsel, who is Mr. Michael McLean. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. 25. On probation, possession of a firearm by convicted felon. On probation for entering auto. Got an open case for entering auto, criminal damage to property. Theft by takings, 24 SC 004-835. Got felony charges, ag assault, armed robbery, and several probations.
All right, thank you. Mr. Ham?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened on July 7th, 2025. Police responded to the area of 565 Wells Street. They made contact with the victim, Shatravia Watley, who indicated that she was sitting in her car with two of her male friends. Her child's father, which is the defendant, came outside with a gun in his hand, dragged her out of the vehicle, began hitting her in the head and back, and pulled some of her hair out. He then took her car keys and fled in her vehicle, Your Honor. Technically, he should have been also charged once again with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, because he is a convicted felon, and according to the warrant, he was in possession of another firearm. So that may be an additional charge pending based upon the July 7th, 2025 incident, Your Honor. State's recommendation is a $5,000 surety bond. No further contact with Shatravia Watley, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol, and to complete effort.
Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, 28-year-old Mr. Norris has a 10th grade education so far and will continue to work on it. He has, in the last 5 years, been employed in logistics and in landscaping and in unarmed security. He asked the court to set the bond just as low as we can.
Okay. He was just booked into jail on May 1st and released on May 3rd. He had a booking on July 30th, 2024, released on October 15, 2024, then booked in on October 22nd, 2022, released in July of 2023. That was almost 1 year in detention. Then in 2020, he makes this, and then 2019. This has almost been an annual pilgrimage to the Fulton County Rice Street Jail. His bond is going to be set at $10,000. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Ms. Watley. stay away from her residence, her place of employment, and wherever she happens to be. And his next court date is going to be October 30th. Along with the current case, we're going to also reset his other CR case, 25 CR 005625E. Thank you.
Your Honor, next we can go through positions 1 through 4. I believe those are consent bonds.
Okay. Position number 1, Aravapula is the last name. Yashwant Reddy is the first and middle name. And Mr. Aravapula is accused of 2 counts of battery family violence, simple battery family violence, and case number is 25 CR 6407C. Represented by Ms. Tucker, would that be correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
And Ms. Tucker and Mr. Rhodes have executed a consent bond order in which Mr. Aravapula is going to be released on a $3,000 signature bond for pretrial, level 1, $1,000 on each count. No further contact with Abhishek Bethi, no further violations of the law, and no illegal drugs or weapons while on bond. And that's the agreement struck between the 2 parties. So that would be the bond order. Thank you. Then with regards to Romello Brown, and this is position number 4, I think. Yeah. And Mr. Romello Brown is accused of battery family violence, simple battery family violence, criminal trespass causing damage to property, and 2 counts of criminal trespass stemming from a July 12, 2025 incident, case number 25 CR 6409E. Mr. Brown is represented by Ms. Tucker, and she and Mr. Rhodes have agreed to execute a consent bond order in which his total bond would be $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. It will be $1,000 for count 1, and for counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, it will be $500 each. All of them are a signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Lamaria Woodson. Stay away from 4050 Morgan Road in Union City. He's to update the court with his new address within 30 days. And that was the 2 conditions. Of course, no illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no firearms. And his case will also be further noticed when he gets the court summons. The 3rd case is Todd Barron, which is position number 2, I gather. Yeah, Todd Christopher Barron, accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property. Accusation 25 CR 6408D. Ms. Tucker and Mr. Rhodes also have executed a consent bond order. He's allowed a unsecured judicial release on the charge. No contact with Natalie Huggins. Stay away from 2750 Hawthorne Way in College Park. No further violations and no drugs, alcohol, and no illegal weapons. I mean, Natalie Huggins. Okay. Natalie Huggins?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you want to unmute, do you have any objection to the terms of this consent bond?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, this case will also be further notice. Okay, any other matters, courtroom 2? Waivers or any resets?
Position 3.
Takara Badel, I think that was a UJR consent bond.
Okay.
Okay, so position 1 was a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1 per consent. Position 2 was a UJR for consent. Position 3 was a UJR per consent. Position 4 was a 3,000 signature bond for pretrial level 1 per consent. Position 5 was a $25 a split bond, a $25 cash bond, and a UJR for count 2, and reset dates October 30th. Position 6 was a UJR by consent. Position 7's $2,150 split bond, 2,000's a pretrial bond level 2. Position 8 is a $262 purge amount. Position 9 is a 1,500 surety, reset 10/30. Hawkins is a $750 surety, reset 10/30. Position 11 is a 2,800 surety, reset 10/30. Position 12 is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2 for judge. 13 McCrary or McCray, MCRY or MCRAY or MCRARY received a $1,000 surety bond, reset dates 10/30.
I thought it was 2,000. That's 1,000?
1,000,
Okay.
250 and 750.
Okay.
Minifield is a 2,500 signature bond for pretrial level 2. Moreland is a 3,500 signature bond for pretrial level 2. Norris is a $10,000, surety bond, reset date 10/30. Position 7 Porter is a consent bond, UJR. 18 Scott is a 3,500 surety, reset date 10/30. 19 Starks is a 3,000 signature bond for pretrial level 1. 20 Swafford is a 3,000 signature bond for pretrial level 1. Tanner 21 is a 2,000 surety bond, reset 10/30. 22 Wilcox is a $4,000 split bond, reset date 10/30. And Wilder is a $2,000 signature bond for pretrial level 1. Any changes or amendments?
Your Honor, no
Yeah.
changes or amendments. I would say that the clerk's office is producing an add-on for, you said the name so well, it was Luo?
Luo, yeah.
Luo, I had a hard time filing that one down, but I finally was able to file it down. So we'll have a CR number if we would like to put that on the, if you'd like to put that on the bond order as well.
I will.
Okay, just email that to
Thank you.
Ms. Chanel Young and she'll have it on the bond order.
Thank you, Ms. Young.
All right. Okay, if there are no other changes, everyone have a great, great weekend, but not too much because I need to see some of you tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Okay, take care. Not Mr. Ham, he's already got plans. Okay, in that case, enjoy yourself. See you next week. Take care,
Have a
everyone.
good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.